Hey everybody! So with this video, I'm going to go over the first step in our sales process, the prospecting and qualifying script. So what we're trying to do with this one is essentially find the names of the people we need to speak to at the businesses in the area that you're working in. So whatever part of the state you're in. Pretty simple. The goal with this one is really three pieces of information. First is who's the decision maker, and when we say that, we don't mean who's the HR lady, who's the payroll person. I mean, who the general manager, the owner, who's in charge of the business decisions for that company. The second one is the location of the business, so that address. People move, they close businesses. You may have the listing for one of their other locations. You need to find out where you need to go if you set a meeting with them. And then also how many employees they have. If you don't know, really the minimum we're looking for is 3. But I think it's best to focus on really groups with 10 employees or more. We just want to find out how many they have to make sure they're eligible. So the script itself is very simple. It goes like this. Hey, my name is Kyle and I'm with Colonial. I'm trying to update some of our information and hoping you can help me. Are you still located at? Read the address out of Agent Assist. Great. Who makes the final decisions for your company? Would it be read the name out of Agent Assist? And one last question. How many employees do you have? Is it still about read the number? Thank you for the information. Talk to you soon. So sometimes at this stage, you're going to get questions from whoever you speak to. Probably about 90% of the time, you're going to be talking to some form of receptionist or gatekeeper that just answers and screens the phone calls. They're going to ask you questions, primarily, who are you with and what is this about? From there, you don't need to go into anything about what we're trying to eventually accomplish as far as appointment setting, anything like that. You don't need to tell them what Colonial does, if anything like that. You really just need to say, I'm with Colonial. We are just updating some of our information so we can send you some information later on, and then go back to the next question that you had. So if is John still the decision maker? Go back to that question. If it's the address you were asking before they interrupted you, ask that question. So you're going to probably feel like you're repeating yourself a whole lot, and you're like, well, what is this about? What are you hoping to do? Whatever version of it, you can always just come back to, I'm just trying to update some information so we can send you some information later on. I want to make sure I address it to the right person in place. Is John still the decision maker? Okay, great. Are you still located at 123 Main Street? Great. So that's really what we should be doing with this call. We don't need to transition to appointment setting at all, as tempting as it might be. Just save that call for your next call clinic, save that lead. And so with that, really what we're aiming for is we want you guys to maintain 180 qualified leads at all times in Agent Assist. Once you build up to that number, it's a lot easier to maintain, because then if you have 20 or 30 fall off your list, you're just adding 20 to 30 that week. And you're just constantly replenishing. But the goal with that 180 is that you should be able to facilitate 2 call clinics, so your Monday and Friday at all times, plus whatever you may be doing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday outside of your normal scheduled call clinics with your team. So very simple script. Keep it short, sweet, to the point. Don't get confused with the second step of appointment setting. That's really all there is to it. So here I'm going to do it once with Joel so you guys can hear it kind of go live. I'm going to be the agent. You're going to hear Joel give me a question, an objection, if you will, on this front. So ring, ring.
Good afternoon, ABC Fence Post Company.
Hey, my name is Kyle and I'm with Colonial. I'm trying to update some of our information, hoping you can help me. Are you still located at 123 Main Street?
Who is this?
I'm with Colonial. We're just updating some information so we can send you some information later on. Who makes the final decisions for your company? Would it be John?
Yeah, John's still the guy.
Okay, great. And one last question. How many employees do you have? Is it still about 10?
Sorry, what's this about?
I'm just trying to update some information so we can send you some information later on. Do you still have about 10 employees?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, thanks for the information. That's all I need. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Thanks. So it's that simple. No matter how many times they cut you off or interject, just update. Just let them know we're just trying to update some information so we can send them something later on. They're going to be real pushy with you, anything like that. It's kind of up to your discretion to end the call if you want. But for the most part, you don't need to give up anything else other than just we're trying to update some information so we can send you some information later on. That's all there is to it.